guys, I'm back. I had to take a little bit of a hiatus just to, sometimes you just need to take a hiatus. It's also a very random time for me to be doing this. It's in the afternoon on a Tuesday. Got out of work early, so I thought, why not? So let's just go ahead and dive right in here. Where we left off was, I think we pulled the 10 of Wands, which was a repeat card. Astrologically, not a lot has changed for the signs. I do know there is a stellium, which is what a stellium means is, you like how I just dive right in, just like, hi, here I am. Let's just talk about stuff. A stellium is when there are multiples of the same sign going on, like whether you have a stellium in your birth chart or there's a stellium happening astrologically. Like I have a Taurus stellium, I have a Scorpio stellium, so I have a lot of Taurus and Scorpio in my chart. But there's a Cancer stellium happening astrologically right now, and my God, is it bringing down the feels. It's a really good stellium. It is, I believe, Venus is still in Cancer. I believe, what's the other one? Is it Mercury, I think, is in Cancer? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but then Jupiter. Jupiter's been in Cancer for a long time. When these three combine, it is a very lovely combination of energies, of growth, expansion, love, emotions, affection, really wanting to lean into the connections that you feel strongly about and have really loving emotions for, or whatever is in your life that brings you that kind of warmth, satisfying gratification of love, feeling comforted, feeling seen, feeling heard, all that warm, fuzzy stuff. I'm just like naturally rubbing my chest because it's a nice warm feeling. So it's happening right now, and I had to pull it up on my computer because I couldn't verbatim remember, but right now there's also a Venus and Jupiter conjunction happening, and it dramatically expands on these desires of emotional security, safety, warmth, love, comfort, because that's what the sign of Cancer embodies. It's a water sign. I have a Cancer moon, so I can really relate to that, and the moon is the... it's not exactly a planet, but astrologically, it embodies the emotions, the emotional self. So whatever your sign is, that's in your moon, that is how you express, feel, manage, deal with emotions. So Cancer is very emotional. My best friend's a Cancer moon too, so we play off each other so well. Love crying to each other. Anyway, so this is a very warm, fuzzy atmosphere that we are experiencing right now astrologically. So I hope you guys are experiencing it and you're feeling it, because it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. I got a new tarot deck. I think it's called the After Tarot, or shit, I should have brought the box with me. I can't remember what it's called, but it's really cool. So it shows, each card shows like a scene that's not an average tarot scene, but in it, it has a little window going into the scene that then shows what the actual tarot card is in it. And it can be like flip-flop. Like, for example, like this one's pretty cool. For the devil, it's like showing like a happy family, but then that little window is showing like the devil perched on their roof of their house, and they are the characters in the card, like the tarot card looks. So it's kind of cool. It's like I don't know what it's called, but anyways, I really been wanting this deck, and I finally got it. So let's just dive right in because I talk too much as it is. 5-card shuffle and see what comes out. If nothing comes out, you know the drill. So let's just go ahead and do it, and who knows, we've had a good stretch of repeats lately. How you guys doing? How you feeling? You liking this energy? I certainly hope so. It's like I said, it's a nice change of pace with what's going on in this world. All right, that was 5. Let's see what we've got. Oh, hell yeah. That is a good card. And we have not had this yet. The Ace of Pentacles. Not the best representation for like the deck and the art it does. So obviously it's showing a hand. In the original Rider-Waite, the Ace of Pentacles is like a hand like coming out of the clouds, and it's holding that coin, which is a pentacle. The Ace of Pentacles is, aces are really great in tarot. They are the first card in the following suit of whatever it's representing, whether it's pentacles, whether it's, swords, things like that. But they all represent almost like a gift of either new ideas, new energy, new anything really, whether it's luck, fortune, love, any kind of source that brings joy, fulfillment, satisfaction, success, things like that. So obviously pentacles are coins in tarot world, and with Ace of Pentacles, it can definitely mean like you're coming into financial stability, or you're getting a financial gift. It could be lucrative. It also can just mean like a brand new beginning, a fresh start, a new chapter that is promising, positive, and just, again, all those good vibes. And I feel like this is so relevant to everything I just said with Cancer energy and the good emotions and, all of those things. I just feel like there's just syrupy goodness happening right now. That this right here just matches that, saying like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Shit's gonna get good. And if shit's already getting good for you, amazing. Here it is. If shit doesn't feel like it's getting good, it's about to. I really think a lot of people need to hear this, that shit's getting good. And that hard work's paying off, whether it's true emotional labor in whatever things you're navigating in your life, relationships, friendships, partnerships of any kind, or it could be actual like work success. Like, there's a couple examples I can think of people around me right now that are, going into new job roles or got promoted or things like that. And this is that energy. This is that energy of like the universe sees you and it says, you know what, you could use a break. Let me give you this. Let me gift you a little something, a little something to help make you feel like all that work, all that trial and tribulation, sweat, blood, and tears, and all that happy horse shit is worth it. And it sucks because it definitely feels like sometimes these kind of things feel like they come at a price. Not so much a price like, oh, you'll get this, however, not like that. But a lot of us have had to endure a lot of things to finally see that silver lining, or to finally see that there is a reason for why everything happens. And I know everybody likes to say, well, there's a reason everything happens, or, well, that happened for a reason. It's like, well, it does. It does, though. It's not always within our lens to be able to see. Like, and sometimes you don't notice till moons later. But what I'm trying to do better in my life is acknowledging all the small good things. I and I know a lot of people tend to want extravagance, and I don't mean extravagance like financial extravagance or living extravagantly or things like that, but just feeling like, damn it, where's mine? Damn it, where's my reward, or where's my acknowledgement, or where's this, or where's that, and yeah, sometimes the things we really desire don't come through in the way we anticipate or want. Reality and fantasy are exactly two different things for a reason. And expectations very, very rarely line up with reality. And when we get fixated on that, like, trajectory we put our brains onto, like, we want this, and we want this way, and this needs to unfold that way, and this is how I had this plan, and this is the way I wanted to go. And 90% of the time, it doesn't. The universe loves to do that. But instead of being completely just like, what the fuck, put your hands up in the air, I give up, completely just detaching and beating yourself up or being miserable about it, I personally am trying to look at, okay, well, what did come out of this? What can I see that actually came out? Oh, sorry, bird distraction. There's a little female hummingbird. Oh. I can't believe they're alive. Let's just note that for a second. Hummingbirds, they're like insects. Like, how is that a bird? And how is there a skeleton in that little body? And how do they travel across, like, the Gulf of fucking Mexico without stopping once? Like, can we just There you go. See, that's a little thing to be happy about. It does nothing for me other than just make me happy. But those are the things I'm talking about. So not all of your, like that could have been a little reward from the universe for me right now, that little hummingbird, just now. You know, it sounds silly and stupid. I'm sure there's people out there that are like, oh my God, shut up. This is so dumb. Get over yourself. But it's like, you know what? I'm sorry that you don't want to feel that way about life. Because no matter what is going on, there's always a little trinket. There's always a little gem somewhere hidden. There's always a little bit of this or a little bit of that, you know, a little something, something. Something's always around you. It's just, we so get encapsulated in our own little bubbles that we really struggle to look outside, to look out of that perspective, to see, to be truly present in the moment. Conversation I've been leaning into a lot with my friend is that presence is the most difficult thing for us human beings to practice. And you think of it and you try to be a little literal about it. You're like, well, of course I'm present. I'm actively sitting here right now, present, physically talking. It's like, no. That's not the same. It's seeing, I mean, catching that little moment out the window when you're at work and you're just noticing the way the sun's hitting a tree and its leaves, you know, or noticing how that one little interaction with a stranger like put a smile on your face and suddenly your mood's better, you know, or, you know, just whatever small moments seem to lift you and you kind of all of a sudden are like, I feel my mood's good right now. Or, you know, you're walking down, you know, the hallway and you're suddenly whistling or, you know, humming to yourself, and earlier you were in a shit mood and it's because, you know, the vending machine gave you 2 Snickers bars instead of 1. Like, it could be the dumbest things. The dumbest things can be an Ace of Pentacles. The dumbest things. But they're things. They're here. And I'm not saying, you guys, that the universe is up there being like, you get an extra candy bar today, little one. Like, that's not what I mean. We're not a bunch of little children. Well, we kind of actually are running around amok on this planet. But it's God, I can't stop saying state of mind. I'm fixated on always talking about state of mind, but it's something I'm actively practicing. So I'm just going to spit it out at you guys too, whether you like it or not. It's just, the state of mind we choose to be in doesn't need to be permanency, but we can very much make it like it is. And I think if you start to notice those little things, your fucking view on your life will change. And if you guys are already, you know, aware and doing this, good job. You know, my little woo-woo girl over here in the corner of Vermont, what does she know? But, you know, it's just, I'm really glad we got the Ace of Pentacles for this read, because it gives me hope. It gives me hope collectively. It gives me hope personally that things are going to be okay. Things are not always going to go the way you want, but it doesn't mean they're going to go absolutely atrociously wrong either. It's just a matter of how you look at it. And I really like the energy, like I said, with Cancer being in Venus and in Mercury and in Jupiter, and that whole trine that it's creating and that stellium that it's creating. I just really feel like we're presumably in the best month of the year, according to astrologers. Like June is like the best, luckiest, loving, romantic month of the year. So I hope we all experience some taste of that. I would love that, you know. Who doesn't want to, you know, feel loved and lucky and comforted and all those nice, delicious feelings, right? So yeah, I like that we got this. I think this is very relevant. And if any of you have had some lucky breaks lately, well, you're in the month for it, and it's just the beginning. I think today's like only the 9th. Oh yeah, I never said the date. Today's Tuesday, the 9th of June. We're just beginning. So I'm excited to see what June brings, and, you know, just leaning into all the little things that make life more enjoyable day in and day out. So I forgot to get an Oracle deck this time, and I don't really feel like getting one because I only have 5 minutes left. But I do want to acknowledge this. Look at these earrings. You know what they are? Muskrat jaw bones. Why not? Why not? Why not? I adore these. I think they're the coolest fucking things. I love bones. I love weird shit like that. And yeah, so we're just gonna talk about my earrings and happiness and yay, today's just so feel good. I think that's about it, guys. And I will hopefully get back on track. What did I say today was? Tuesday? Hopefully get back on track starting next weekend. The energy just wasn't, I think I mentioned that to you guys 2 weeks ago or so. It's just like the energy just felt off. Things just felt a little convoluted. I was struggling to really like tap in. But I'm back and love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Mwah!